welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. We are in Pennsylvania, Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, and we got a couple hours to go to get down to our delivery appointment down in Hatfield, Pennsylvania, Americold. And once we make our delivery, then we don't have anything booked yet to get ourselves out of Pennsylvania, which is always a little bit sketchy trying to get out of Pennsylvania. So that's the plan for the day. We got a couple hours to drive, and then we got to look for a load and try and find something to book and hopefully get ourselves the heck out of Pennsylvania today. So yeah, kind of got to hop in the truck and roll. So roll the music. We're gonna grab 80 East, go a little bit further on 80 East, about 20 miles or so, and then we'll start dropping south. And we'll use a combination of highways, 81 for a little bit, but then we're gonna be on Highway 309 in Pennsylvania, and that goes through a bunch of little towns, goes through Allentown, and kind of has a kind of is going to be one of those things, but it's avoiding that Pennsylvania Turnpike. So that is the way we're going to do it. All right, so we're going to keep we're going to turn on down the road and get this stinking load off the truck. It's been on the truck since Wednesday, so this is what, day 6 with this load on. So it's we've been just chunking 400 miles. Between 400 and 500 miles a day since we picked it up, and it's only a 2,300 mile run. So this is day 6, and we just got 100 miles left. So all we gotta do is bring it down the road here and make our delivery, and finally be done with this load and submit it to the factory company and try to get paid, and then look for another load. So I'll catch up with you guys when we get over there. How about that? we got here, we're an hour early for our appointment. So that's a good thing. And man, that was the best check-in at a security gate I think I've ever had. I've had some good ones. I always tell you guys I appreciate it when they give the instructions slowly so I can understand. But he not only gave them slowly, but he was really cool and just made sure that I didn't come in here. I said, hey, it said have your ID ready, so I pulled out my wallet and he was like, oh, you're good, you don't need your ID. I said, well, what about the safety vest? I know some Americolds are a little more strict than others about the safety vest. He goes, yeah, you're gonna need your safety vest when you go in there. Definitely wear that when you go to check in. And then he's like, I got 3 buildings. Well, I got 2 buildings and a train. And so he gave me the rundown of where I'm going, what I'm doing. And then he's like, hey, and if you're tired, I know you guys get tired on the road. If you need to sleep after they unload you, don't park back right here in these. This is for the receiving. There's a parking lot around the back. You can go back there and take a rest if you need to. And I was like, man, this is awesome. He's like, he's just the kind of guy. He's got the right temperament for it. He's personable, but not, you know, he's taking his job seriously, but he's not a jerk, you know. And he's like treating me like a human being, which, hey, I like that. That's not always the case at these receivers, you know. It's not always the case. All right, there's a cement block back there that I'm gonna try not to hit. I'm gonna go check myself, and then I'll get checked in here. Like I said, we're an hour early, so I'm gonna take my time getting parked up all the way back up against that cement block and try and get out of the road, and then we'll see. We gotta start looking for a load. All right, we're getting a door right away. So she said, door 10, keep your doors closed. Someone will come out and tell you when to open. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Maybe I won't even have time to find another load. They'll just unload me too quick. Maybe I will pull around the back, even though I don't need to rest. I just need to find another load. But all right, let's get in front of that door, and then we'll start looking for loads, man. All right, we got this load on the load board. I just got in front of this dock and I'm already trying to figure out a load because I gotta get a load, man. Oh, I put on hold right off the bat. Didn't even need spare. Got cool hold music. Yeah, I was calling on this load from Swedesboro, New Jersey, going to Mont Juliet, Tennessee. I'd be interested. Could you guys come up to about 24? I got some deadhead on this side, and then I'll have some on that side too. I'm just trying to stay in the black if I can, not take a loss on it. Okay, I'll probably. Yeah, I don't think I'm that desperate. I'd like to do it, but yeah. Good luck. Have a good day. All right, see ya. All right, so yeah, they have it on the board for 2,000. It's 771 miles, and I've got 50 miles to get there, and then 50 miles pretty much to get home after that. So it's 100 miles. So you figure 871. So let's just round it up to 900. So $3 a mile would be 2,700. I can do that math easy. So we're somewhere between $2.50 and $3 on that one. And you know, I need to be 2,000 just doesn't quite cut it for me, man. Like, I can triangulate to get home. That's not a big deal. I can get like 1,800, 1,900, 2,000 to go down to Carolina, and then find something from Carolina to get home for like $800 or $900, and I'll be gone the same amount of time pretty much, and maybe half a day longer, but you know, make quite a bit more profit on that extra $700 or $800 of revenue. The profit will be there. So it's just hard to take that from New Jersey. Got to go into New Jersey too.
I don't know Swedesboro. I don't know New Jersey at all. I've never been there. I just have heard terrible stories about New Jersey. I think it really depends on where you're going in New Jersey. I've also heard some people say they can make money out of New Jersey because no one likes to go there, but it's not that bad. So I don't know who to believe, but I just know, if you do 900 miles, $2,000 divided by 900 miles, that's $222 a mile, and that's just too low. That's just too low. I mean, if I could even get like $250 a mile on this one, I might be okay, but that would take me up to $22.50. And he didn't even want to meet me in the middle, or he said my boss isn't going to want to do that. He just raised it $200, so he's not going to want to do that. And I was like, all right, well then I guess good luck. All right, now there's a load here that's picking up. It says in Avondale, Pennsylvania, which is 55 miles away from me, so a little over an hour. Delivering to Shelbyville, Tennessee, and then in the notes, in the comments, it says 3 stops. So it's got 2 stops, and then it finals down kind of close to where I live. So probably Walmart's, because if the last stop's a Walmart, usually the first 2 probably are Walmart's too. Usually that's how it works. So I'm gonna call him right now. Hold on. Yeah, how's it going? I'm Nick with Velox 18 Trucking. I was calling about this load from Avondale, Pennsylvania to Shelbyville, Tennessee. It looks like a multi-stop. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can make it by 2. I'm getting unloaded currently right now, and it's probably about an hour away from here. So, Hatfield, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Well, I'm not set up with you guys yet, but yeah. Well, would you guys be willing to, bump that rate up at all? Like 3,500? I'm trying to figure, because you said those other 2 stops, one's in Virginia, one's in Kentucky, so it kind of zigzags a little bit. So I'm just trying to figure what my mileage would be, and I'm thinking it might be a little more than what. Yeah. Yeah, and with it finaling on Thursday, that's kind of, that's like 4 days. So I was kind of thinking, got to kind of compensate me for the days as much as the distance. Yeah. Okay. I'll be on hold. He's going to check with his boss. Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah, I don't have the mileage right here in front of me, but he's figuring it to be about 900 miles. Well, I don't use tolls, so probably it'll be a little bit more than that. But I mean, even if it's 1,000 miles at 3,250, we're still at $3.25 a mile, which for a multi-drop out of Pennsylvania is not bad, I guess. Yeah, let's book it. I'm done messing around. Let's just book it. It gets me home. It's worth it. Let's just do it. All right, they got me unloaded. It's 11:30 a.m. We booked a load. I can't get there until 3 p.m. They told me don't show up until between 3 and 5. So I'm gonna kind of chill out back here. I'm gonna look and plan kind of where I can go to maybe get some lunch, and actually need a little bit of fuel. I should have stopped on my way here, but I wanted to get here early, and so I got here an hour early, and it worked out because now I was able to book a load for today. And when you're driving, you can't book a load. You can't be on the load board refreshing it. You can't make the phone calls and fill out carrier packets and do the stuff you need to do to book a load. So I wanted to get here early so I could make sure I could put myself in the best position to get a load today, and I did. So that worked out. But that means I need to get some fuel and some food for my body. And yeah, I want to break down the numbers on this. I forgot I was going to break down the numbers on our whole trip. When we left out from Smithville, Tennessee, what's today? Monday? 12 days ago? Yeah, it's something like 12 days ago. 12, 13 days ago, something like that. So we'll break down those numbers here in a little bit, but yeah, for now, I'm just going to get out of this Americold and get on my way. And it's funny because my GPS, my trucker GPS says it's going to take me 2 hours and 15 minutes to get over there. And it's only like 56 miles. So it's going to be some slow trucking. We're going through towns and through stuff. It's just one of these, we're in one of these areas. We're going to be going through a town called King of Prussia. I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird place, man. This Pennsylvania is a weird place to truck. I see why the loads pay better to come up here, because it's kind of a headache, you know. These other places where the stuff's right off interstates, and you hop off an interstate and you get to your your delivery real quick. Like that's not Pennsylvania, man. That ain't PA. But anyway, so but hey, I'm getting a good decent rate per mile every time I come here, so it's kind of a hassle to get out of here, and it's kind of a hassle to navigate around in Pennsylvania, but we'll figure it out. And whatever keeps the lights on and keeps the fuel burning in the truck and keeps the truck paid and all that good stuff, then we gotta do what we gotta do. There's definitely some other ideas I have and other things that I'm trying to get cooking to where I won't have to come into Pennsylvania quite so much to try and get good rates, where I can go other places to get good rates. But I'm not ready to share all that stuff with you guys. So all right, let's get the heck out of here, and then I'll catch up with you guys down the road, and we'll break down these numbers for this trip. I don't know, probably when we're getting loaded later. How's that sound? Good? Cool. All right, I almost forgot. I told you guys I would run through the numbers. I actually think I'm going to do like a bigger recap when the trip's actually done, because I now have this load, and this load is going to take me home. We'll be home on after 16 days gone. So I'll do a whole recap of the whole trip. But as of right now, as of like 12 and a half days in, our average is 274 per mile. So not great, but we have done more miles than probably I'm used to in 12 and a half days. We did 5,368. So, we're profitable. We're profitable. This is that time, man, where a lot of guys want us to sit out, and man, if I had paid off equipment, I probably would be working close to the house and letting my truck sit and waiting for rates to come back up before I jump back out here. But unfortunately, my equipment's not paid off. It's actually really expensive, and so I gotta keep running. And as much as holding out for higher rates worked last year, holding out for higher rates this year just means someone else gets the load, and you could potentially just be sitting around. So if you find something that's profitable, you book it, you keep the truck rolling, you do more miles than maybe you want to do, because obviously in that equation, it's revenue divided by miles to get your rate per mile, right? So if you can't increase your revenue, then you got to increase the number of miles, and that's gonna be, you just got to run more loads. That's just all there is to it. So in my situation, running for 16 days, by the time I get home, it'll be 16 days, and that is not how I want to run. But I also want to pay my bills, and I want to, there's some stuff I'd like to do. I had to put tires on this trailer. I want to pay off my wife's car. I want to do some work on the house and all that kind of stuff. And so, gotta keep the truck moving, man, in order to pay the bills and keep the money coming in. So, yeah, it's tough right now. But when the going gets tough, the tough get going. No, but for real, like, you know, and if it's harder to make a living, I mean, you gotta work harder. It's one thing that I hope comes through in this, you know, in these videos I make. It's that this crap's not easy. I try to keep a good attitude, but it's not easy. Like, I don't, you know, try to portray this as being like some glamorous lifestyle. Like, I pretty much tell you guys when I'm like having bummer days, when I'm having emotional days, when I'm having days where I miss my family, my kids. I try to keep it real without dragging you guys down into like the depths of despair if I'm really bad. But usually I don't get super bad. It's maybe when I'm trying to go to sleep at night, you know, I'm just like thinking about what I'm missing that night or the next day, or when I call on the weekends and they're all doing stuff and I'm sitting in the truck. But anyway, so I hope this never seems like I'm trying to make it seem easy, because it's not, man. It's tough. It's tough out here, and you know, we just gotta put on our boots and go to work, man. That's if we learn anything from our elders, from you know, the men who came before us, our fathers, our uncles, our grandfathers, is that when the sun comes up, you should put your boots on and go to work. No matter what you do in this life, even if you're independently wealthy, when the sun comes up, you should put your boots on and go to work. Whatever your hand finds to do it with all your might. That's what I do. So anyway, I hope that comes through, and that's my only advice to you guys. If you're asking, I get questions sometimes like, hey, how should I try to, you know, do this, do that? It's like, yeah, I mean, use your brain. Like, try to find the good paying lanes, and try to find the good paying freight, and maybe leasing on would be a good idea rather than run on your own authority right now. Find someone that has a carrier that has good connections, and you can run for them. But really, the biggest advice I can give you is put your boots on. That's it, man. Put your boots on. All right, hey, so we're gonna cut this video right here. I'm in the editing process right now, and I just got way too much footage, man. And I was gonna try and like chop the crap out of everything, and I did actually, just to even get it this short, which it's not short, but just to get it to this length and basically cut it in half. I don't know. Anyway, I've got like a whole nother video worth, so I've cut this one from like 40 minutes down to like 25, and then I still have like an additional 20 minutes from the rest of that day that I needed to edit. So I was like, man, this is 2 videos. It's 2 videos. So this is where we're gonna cut the video. You guys saw we finished our kind of like cross country stuff, and now we just are gonna go and get loaded to pick up our next load. We booked that load. I showed you guys, you know, booking that load, and you heard kind of the numbers. They're not amazing, but they're okay. And I left you guys with some good advice. Put your dang boots on. So that's where we're gonna cut it. Love you guys. Peace out. See you on the next load.